Have you ever played Minecraft single player and feel like you're being watched? If you've ever walked through a dark forest at night or heard a sharp echoing noise deep in a cave while mining, you might have felt like something was off. This feeling, the sheer crushing loneliness of a single-player world, isn't anything new. For over a decade, players have posted on forums late at night, trying to justify this exact strange sensation. It's a quiet discomfort buried right beneath the surface of a seemingly innocent game. And honestly, who could blame them? Humans naturally hate the unknown. It's far better to pin a bad feeling on a malicious entity like Herobrine or a creepypasta myth, because at least then, there would be an explanation. At least then, you have a physical target. But what's worse than a terrifying monster hiding in the dark? It's not knowing why you're afraid, when you're supposed to be entirely alone. To truly understand why Minecraft feels like this, we have to look at our own psychology. Evolution has trained our brains to handle fear in two distinct ways. The first is horror. Horror is what you feel when a monster jumps out at you. It's the direct threat, the fight, or flight response when a grizzly bear charges. But the second type of fear, the one often completely overlooked, is terror. Terror isn't the attack, it is the anticipation of the attack. Terror is being lost in a dark forest, knowing a threat is out there, but never knowing where. It's the paranoia of checking your back every 5 seconds, knowing logically that nothing should be there, but being weirdly doubtful of that absolute fact. And this is where Minecraft hijacks your brain. It traps you in a perpetual state of pure, uninterrupted terror. In a regular survival world, you're constantly distracted. You check your back to see if a creeper is sneaking up on you. You run from skeletons. But those monsters are actually a cheap distraction. They act as a psychological shield. Every time your mind tries to process the dreadful silent atmosphere of the infinite world, a zombie attacks. The zombie gives your fear a face. It gives your brain something simple to solve. But what happens when the monsters are gone? What happens when the distraction is removed? When you're fully geared or safe inside your base, suddenly you're forced to look at the world itself, and what you find is a liminal nightmare. Think about the structures in Minecraft. You stumble across a woodland mansion, or an abandoned mine shaft, or a perfectly generated village. These are man-made places. They feature staircases, roofs, orderly carpeted hallways, and structured pathways. On a subconscious level, your brain recognizes intentionality. If a structure exists, a builder must have existed. But as you walk through the massive, empty rooms of a mansion, you realize nobody's home. The halls are clean, the layout is orderly, but it's entirely vacant. It feels like a ghost town or an abandoned movie set. You're left silently wondering what made the creators disappear, and whatever forced them to vanish without a trace. Is it still lurking just around the corner? This existential dread becomes tenfold if you step away from modern updates and load into the old alpha or beta versions of the game. Thousands of community pages discuss why early Minecraft felt infinitely more terrifying. It all comes down to the raw, unpolished atmosphere. The old rendering engine forced a thick, choking fog right next to the player's face. The terrain generation was erratic, creating impossible jagged monoliths and narrow pitch-black caverns that torches could barely illuminate. In those forgotten versions, the game felt genuinely haunted. Unnatural one-by-one holes in the dirt, or completely random structures generated by old chunk glitches, made players truly believe someone else was changing their world. It felt like playing a forgotten, abandoned digital relic. During the virtual day, and especially during the static-heavy sound of the old rain cycles, you realize that old Minecraft didn't need horror mods. It was, by default, a psychological horror experience. When you really think about it, Minecraft is a beautiful, peaceful game. But everyone feels its horror, because it hits so close to home. It doesn't matter if you're just scared of the dark, or if you get that creepy feeling that someone is watching you. Because when the music stops, all you can hear is the sound of your own footsteps. They echo off the cold stone, deep underground. Suddenly, being completely alone is all you can think about. You can build giant castles and light up every dark corner, but you're still the only person there. It turns out, this huge, endless world is also, somehow, the loneliest place to be.